Hi, guys. Welcome back to the In Bed podcast with Christine and Cole. I am Cole.
I'm Christine, and today we are doing our Under the Covers segment where we hear from you guys.
Yes, the mini segment everyone loves to hear. So here
we go. Hit it.
Here we go. Let's listen to the voicemail.
The voicemail.
The voicemail.
You want, like, juicy gossip?
This is as juicy as it comes.
Shit.
Hey, Christine and Cole. I have to remain anonymous for this. You'll see why in a second.
Up top. Anonymous.
But I had a boyfriend in college, and I didn't think he was cheating on me at all. But one day, me and my best friend went to a party, and I was just talking about my boyfriend casually. I was like, yeah, me and... I call him the Mistake. I don't even say his name anymore.
Mr. Mistake.
But me and the Mistake, yada, yada, yada. And this random girl was like, Mistake? That's your boyfriend? I say, yeah. Do you know him or something? And she said, that's your boyfriend? I'm like, yes.
Don't ask again.
Like, how do you know him? And she didn't really say anything. But my best friend had her antennas were up. Mine weren't. But she was just looking at me like, you might want to help again. I didn't say anything for the rest of the night, and she really didn't say anything to me either. So after, when I linked back up with my boyfriend, I asked him, I told him the whole situation. I said, do you know her? He was like, oh, that's my best friend. We've been dating for maybe 3 years at this point, maybe 4, because this was the start of the downfall, let me tell you. And this wasn't even in, which is the crazy part. Anyway, so... yeah, I asked him, do you know her? He said, yeah, that's my best friend. I knew all his friends. So where's this one come from? So, he said it was his best friend, and then from that point on, he would, mention her casually. And if I didn't, it was kind of an emotionally abusive relationship. But so anytime, I wouldn't want to do something for him, he'd be like, oh, I'll ask the girl. I bet she'll do it for me. And he would always do that. And I noticed him texting her a lot, at all hours of the day. So, come to find out, eventually one of his friends had hit me up. I think he did DM me on Twitter. And he said, yeah, I respect you a lot, and I really think you should know that he has been cheating on you with such and such. And, yeah, I confronted him about it. Of course, he lied. But I kicked him out. We didn't live together, but we were pretty much always together. So I told him to get all his stuff out of my apartment and don't talk to me anymore. And yada, yada, yada. I still talked to him after that. I did still talk to him. But, yeah.
She said what?
I couldn't believe I got cheated on. And he was honestly, he was a 4. A 4 out of 10. I let a 4 out of 10 cheat on me. Isn't that crazy? Anyway, I'm in a very happy marriage right now. We have a beautiful daughter, so I'm so glad I got that mess out of the way so I can enjoy the rest of my life. So, yeah, there's my little gossip for today.
Wow. What's her name?
Anonymous, right?
Shit. Yeah. You were dating Mr. Dum Dum, not Mr. Mistake. I mean, he made mistakes, but...
Mr. Idiot face.
My God. To have the girl at the party, and she's like, who's that? Let me just circle back, because that was a weird way to react to saying I was dating somebody. And to have them be like, oh, yeah, that's just like my best friend. That is so disrespectful. And, I'd be like, you're a 4, and you're annoying, and I hate you. But then...
And now she's happily married too, which makes me happy. But go ahead.
To circle back and be like, now that she's been introduced in your relationship, for him to just casually be texting her. Now that you know about her, he just casually texting her.
Yeah, now he's like, well, now I can be open about it.
Yeah,
sick freak.
He can cheat in front of you, the scum of the earth. And then him being whenever she don't want to do something or whatever, and he would well, she would do it to my best friend. I'm like, don't ever compare me. If I'm dating you, don't ever compare me to your best friend that's a girl. Don't
also
ever do
just
that.
Don't compare me. Don't ever say, well, then I'll just ask blah 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 blah. It's okay, yeah, you should do that, and also I'm never gonna talk to you again. Oh my God. You're also, so rude. That's so rude.
If I ever go to a party, if I'm ever talking to a group of strangers who don't know me and who supposedly don't know my boyfriend, or if they do know my boyfriend, if I ever go, hey, I'm dating so and so, Dan the producer. If I don't get, this is the only acceptable reaction. Oh yeah, I love him. Oh yeah, he's a great guy. Oh yeah, I know him from that thing. Oh, I've seen him around. Okay, cool. Oh, he's dating you. Awesome. If I get any, you're dating Dan? If I get a single one of those, something's up. You don't just introduce a fact and someone goes, clarify? Who? Oh, Dan.
And then saying again, you're dating Dan?
I better not get hey, Dan? No. That means he's done something. There's something in between here. Blah, blah, blah. No. Oh, absolutely not. Also, it should be like, he's great.
You would know first. If someone said that to me twice, double down, ask me one more time. I'd say, okay, so you and I are sitting down until you exactly tell me what you mean by that. Yeah. Right away. And I don't care. Yeah. But in that moment, I bet the other woman was probably like, wait, because she probably doesn't know about her. So that's why she was like, wait, what? And then probably was like doing mental gymnastics in her head to be like, wait, okay, hang on. Maybe it's the right, But I would get to the bottom of that right now with that woman. I would say, you're not allowed to leave, honey, until you tell me why you said that twice. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And for him to be like, did he say best friend?
Yeah. Then he's like, oh, that's my best friend.
How are you going to have a best friend and... What did you think this woman would introduce herself as I'm going to keep saying Dan, as Dan's best friend? Don't you think this woman would be like, oh my gosh, I'm actually Dan's best friend. I've known him for blankety blank and we met here. You're going to be like, you're dating Dan? Don't you think as Dan's best friend, you would know who he's dating?
Sick.
Girl, you should have known. Miss Anonymous, you should have maybe known right then and there.
Also,
you don't know about a best friend?
4 out of 10s, they always do this. Like, the 4 out of 10s, they always do these things. The ugly ones always do it.
And it sounds like you were living together because you kicked him out of the apartment. He should have been kicked out a long time ago. You ain't been having best friends that I don't even know about.
I wonder when it started. Like, how did it start?
Did they say when the party was? And then, because then they clarified at the end, we've been dating 3 or 4 years by now.
She just said this is when the demise of it all started.
Oh, it was 3 or 4 years in. Scum of the earth. 3, 4 years in.
3 to 4 years to do that. I feel like...
I love the part where she goes, and I know all his best friends. Yeah, women know everything.
You do.
Women of course you do. Smart as heck. We know everything.
That's sick.
I know who you're talking to. I know you're hanging out with. Even if I'm not looking at your phone and I don't see all your friends, I could get a good sense if you even have friends in general.
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't even seem like the type to have female best friends.
No.
I'm not saying that I'm not allowing you to do that, but you can look at a guy and be like, you don't have any like female. You probably don't even have sisters.
You don't even know how to talk to girls.
That's what I'm saying. Like you don't have. I could tell you didn't even grow up with sisters. Now I know you don't have any females that are best friends. Yeah. That you haven't tried to do something,
I give you full permission that if I'm dating a guy and you suspect he's cheating on me, I give you full permission to tell me right away. Do never hold that. Yeah.
I don't know if I'm good at picking up on something.
No, but like if you know something, you have to tell me right away.
You think I would sit on that information for more than 0.5 seconds?
I've been in relationships where the guy wasn't cheating on me, but everyone hated him and no one told me that they hated him.
Okay, that's different.
I actually need my friends to tell me that they hate him. That's what I need.
That's not my place. Unless
it is your. I'm telling you though, that is your place for me. If you're like, I don't think I like him, I'd be like, okay, tell me why. I won't defend.
Yeah, but me just anymore. Like not liking. So if it's not actual red flags, it's me just being like, I hate his personality. It's not for me to say. Fine.
Yeah, but if you're like, I see some red flags, you tell me the red flags right now because. I don't know.
If he was cheating on you, that's so nice that the person on Twitter was like, "I really respect you." Is that what they said? And I want to let you know. Actually, how long ago was this that we're reaching out to each other on Twitter?
I know, but also, how does that person know? Yeah, he's definitely not hiding it.
Some people are just information gatherers. Also, the amount of I'm not saying that you should have been embarrassed, but if I was being cheated on, the amount of embarrassment that I'd be like, oh, so. People are just walking around knowing that I'm getting cheated on and no one's telling me.
Like I would be mad at my face.
I would be mad at the world. Okay, very last thing. If you were at a party and you found out that, let's flip it, because you already said if you thought someone was like cheating on your boyfriend because the way they reacted, you'd be like, we're sitting down, we're having a conversation right now.
Yep.
What if it was the opposite? What if you were like, went to a party, you don't know that many people there, you kind of know like the outskirts of the friendship, and you walk up to some girl and she's talking about her boyfriend. Yeah. And you go, oh, you're dating Matt? And you go, does your boyfriend have a hoop earring and like the septum piercing and like a weird like
super bi coded?
Yeah, like a weird like eyebrow like slit because you got what's that? Charlie Puth has like an eyebrow slit because he got like bit by a dog. How would you do that if you found out you were the other person? How would you in the moment react to that?
Immediately, I'd be like, "Show me your photo. Really? I don't care. Show me a photo of your boyfriend right now because I need to see something."
What if he's in the next room because he came to the party?
I don't care. A cheater is a cheater. I'd call him out right there. I'd be like, "Hey, remember me?
Yeah,
look at us together. World collide." Yeah. What would you do?
Okay, if he's in the next room.
Yeah.
Wait, does it work? Girls,
doesn't matter.
Girls,
I'm talking if you're the other woman, just be the other woman.
I don't know. It's not that I don't, that type of confrontation, I could like be a fan of. I don't really like confrontation. I think I would have to be 100% sure and the timelines would match up. I'm like,
yeah, that's what I need.
It would be a pull them into a bathroom and we have a serious talk. I like an outside talk so someone can pace around like on the front porch if they want to. But I'd be like, tell me everything because I'm going to tell you right now, sounds like it's blah, blah, blah. And if she wants to go inside, because who's actually dating him? Are we both equally dating him? Or are you actually dating him and like I'm like the side? Or is it reversed? Like who wants to go yell at him first, I guess is really the answer. Does she want to go in and drag him out here and start yelling at him and whatever? You know, that sort of thing. I'm
stressed by it.
You would be
I
right
would always
away in everyone's
confront.
face?
I think I'm like, yeah.
Well,
I'd be like,
no,
you know
I would
what?
get it solved.
But I would
out
obviously
in the
talk to
open.
the person first before being like, let's get him.
Yeah, and I just hope they wouldn't be that upset. I would really hope that they wouldn't be upset with me.
I think being
because if I
upset-
was 100%
yeah.
in the innocent, I would be like, and you have to know.
Yeah, I
that
had
I did
no
not know
idea.
for now, and that's why I'm telling you because I don't have any beef with you. I didn't have anything to do with any of that.
They would have to look at motive of being like, oh, well, of course, the cheater, if they knew,
Right.
they wouldn't be like, by the way.
Also, how are like a random group of people like talking in a circle, and somehow the boyfriend's in another room and didn't see you walk
yeah,
in?
I know. I mean, but that was your own
Sketchy.
scenario that you set up.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was intense. I'm happy.
Crazy.
I'm happy that you're happy and married and you have a child and beautiful and it all works out. And sometimes you need those pieces of people in your life to be like, you know
A
what?
roadblock, speed bump in the life
Yeah,
to be like,
give
and remember
you
that.
a lesson and then be like, bye, bitch. So
Remember
happy
all
you're
that.
happy. Thanks for that.
Bye. Thanks.
Bye.
Thank you guys so much for all the voicemails, emails, and texts that you send us. If you want to send in something for us to react to on the podcast, that could be asking us for advice, giving us topics to talk about, some juicy gossip, anonymous secrets. Nothing too big. Nothing is too small. Hit us with it. You can email us at
inbedwithcc@gmail.com.
or you can call us or text us at 414-293-2230. And that is the number. And leave us something to answer to.
Yep.
And we'll see you on the pod.
See you in the next one.
Woo!
Bye.